Praise be to Jesus. How you doing, everyone? Charles here. Well, we've been following what's going on in Buffalo. So now that all this is out in the open and there are a lot of questions, now all of a sudden the bishop, he wants to add names to the list. All right, so let me read this to you. The Diocese of Buffalo is adding to their public list of clergy with credible allegations of sexual abuse against a minor. Diocesan officials, including Bishop Richard Malone, held a press conference November 5th, during which they fielded questions from reporters about the investigation process for allegations of sexual abuse. Excuse me, I just ate. Malone held a meeting with priests from across western New York earlier that day to discuss the current situation. All right, so here we go. The new list contains an additional 20 names of clergy with substantiated claims of sexual abuse of a minor, as well as 16 names of clergy who were or are members of religious orders and had served in Buffalo. The original list, published in March, included 42 names of accused priests. All right, so what's going on here, So, excuse the expression, but, someone gets caught with their pants down and all of a sudden they're going to come clean here. I would say, there's more to the article, but I think what's important here, as far as I'm concerned, I hope you too, because I don't think I'm off target here. Now, I don't think, if it's proven that this bishop has been covering up and whatever, and I don't mean by judgment of his peers, I mean fair judgment by independent people. So putting that aside, if he is found guilty of this, I don't believe a person like this can be a leader, can be a bishop, can be a mentor, can be someone we could look up to as far as a virtuous person. I don't believe so. Now, I don't believe he should be necessarily defrocked or excommunicated or anything. The man probably has a lot of good qualities, but, poor judgment can, people, I've used a lot of poor judgment in my own life, all right? And I think we all have, maybe not a lot. I think earlier in my life, I exercised a lot of poor judgment and a lot of judgment based on selfishness. But anyway, that's my story. But anyway, someone like this, how could you ever trust a man? Just having a person like this, if he's found guilty, and, is he ever going to be judged by anyone? No, he says he's not going to step down. So what are you going to do? Is the Pope going to remove him? Who knows, of course, I'll just venture a wild guess and say no, It's like, he's trying to straighten it out now, but he's, the damage is already done. The man really doesn't have any credibility. He's not someone you could look up to as a leader, as a virtuous person. Boy, you wonder where the virtuous bishops, cardinals, and priests really are, Well, one of them just spoke up, Monsignor Pope. That post I made there doesn't really have that many views, and I'm wondering if it's the title or something, because it's really a very powerful and very important, it stands alongside of maybe not quite as profound, but it's still a very important document as far as like what's going on in the church, because Monsignor Pope really just lays it really right out there. And the power is in when you put all this together into like a package and you look at it all, in one long paragraph, and you go, whoa, it's like we know all these things, but yes, when you see them together, they're, they say the total is bigger than the sum of the parts or something like that. Well, anyway, here, so, all right, so now he's backpedaling here, and he's doing what he's doing, so I think now I'll put up a prayer. Let's pray to St. Michael. Bye.